Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Hope in the Time of Corona. This is episode 80. Episode 80, can you believe it? In the words of Norman Cook, we have come a long way, baby, and we really have. These past 11 or 12 weeks or however long it's been, a lot has happened. We were just reflecting the other day with our life group about the very first time that we met together on Zoom, our first lockdown life group, and it was just after the lockdown had been announced, and we gathered together on Zoom, and Esther took a photo of us all in our little boxes in our corners, and everyone was kind of smiling back at the camera, and she put it online afterwards. She put it on her social media, and she was just met with this stream of comments of people saying like, that's so cool that your church is online, it's so cool that you're meeting online, and like, what is this Zoom thing, what's this software that you're using? And it is just baffling to me now. It is baffling to me that just 11 weeks ago there were any people in the world who didn't know what Zoom were, and B, there was this just energy and exuberance about the idea of meeting online. Not that it's not cool, I guess, to have like a virtual background behind you, but I just long to be in the same room as people. I'm so zoomed out. I don't have that same energy and excitement that we used to have. And for me, it's just this telling, this telling journey that we've been on. Even our very relationship with kind of what it means to meet online is this telling journey. And suffice to say, lockdown has not been static. It is not a static thing at all. A lot has changed, and it continues to change. And so that's what I wanted to think about a little bit today. I wanted to think about change and Hope Church and what's happening for us in this season just gone and in this season to come. So I don't know if you can remember way back to the beginning of these videos, but we started publishing these daily videos rather than one big Sunday celebration or big Sunday gathering or whatever it might be, really born out of the conviction that when we are called to follow Jesus, we are not just called to follow Jesus on Sundays for an hour and a half in the morning or evening, or even for the whole day just on a Sunday, but that actually we are called to follow with our whole lives, that we're called to follow after Jesus learning. We're called to follow after Jesus as he shows us this radical, new, life-giving way of being human, this new way to be. And so, seeing as we couldn't meet in person and therefore kind of freed from the logistical difficulty of what it might be to meet in person or to have some kind of daily contact, we started to have daily content. We started to take church daily, I guess. So we started to produce daily videos and invite you to join with us in reflecting or in spiritual disciplines or in worship, and invited you to join us on Zoom as we pray together and as we reflect and as we discuss things and as we have fun together, and really say something about what it means to allow this journey of discipleship, this journey of following Jesus, to permeate into the everyday of our lives. And we did so knowing full well that it wasn't something like this particular way of being church wouldn't last forever. We knew that we weren't going to make daily videos forever. We knew at some point that some kind of normality would resume, and as and when it did, we'd ease off of what it means to make daily content, but without ever letting go of this vision and this conviction that we are called to daily discipleship. And so now that is what we are negotiating as. For many people, lockdown is easing considerably. Lots of people are back in work. You might be yourself. You might have been for a few weeks now. And we're allowed unlimited exercise, if your body can hack it, or to sit down on a bench or sunbathe or whatever it might be. And even now, allowed to kind of gather and socialize with select other people at social distance. And as we get to this point of change, we are going to be easing off some of what we're making as we renegotiate what it means to be hope in the time of Corona, and as we renegotiate what it means to be whole life disciples. And so 2 weeks ago today, Chloe brought our season on Philippians, our Philippians mini-series, 10 episodes on the letter to the Philippians, to a close. And really, at the conclusion of that, we had no more plans to replace that Wednesday slot. Now, as it happens, we used that Wednesday slot last week to talk about race and respond to George Floyd and everything that has been going on surrounding that. So if you haven't seen that, please do head back and see that. It's a very important conversation for us all. But aside from that, we really have no plans to fill this Wednesday slot and to ease off what we're doing. And as I say, to renegotiate what it means to be hope at this time, hope in the time of Corona, to renegotiate what it means to be all life discipleships, everyday disciples without having everyday content. And so we are going to be taking some time to think about that and to pray about that and to reflect on what it means for us to take this next step. And as we do so, we would absolutely love to hear from you. It's been difficult, hasn't it, to stay in touch broadly with people. And one of the things I miss the most is those little incidental conversations which come up. So, of course, we can see one another over Zoom, or we can give each other a call. But it's those little incidental things that you kind of, as you run into people on the way in or out, and you kind of gauge a little bit about how their week has been, or what you might be able to do to help, or what you might be able to do to pray for somebody. And it's those conversations that I've really missed. And in that sense, it's easy to feel a little bit distant or out of touch. And so we want to hear from you. We want to know what your lockdown has been like. We want to know what you're up to now, or which stage you're up to. And drum roll please, this is the exciting news. We've made a survey! Yeah, that's right, there is a survey. And we're just trying to gather responses, and we would love to hear from you. We'd love to have your responses to this survey. So it is available on the homepage of our website, very easy to navigate to. And it should take 5 to 10 minutes max to fill in. It's a pretty short survey, and it is entirely anonymous if you would like it to be. But your answers and the responses that we gather will really help us to gauge and to reflect on where we are as a community as we take this next step together, as we think about what it might mean for us to be church as lockdown eases, as we are permitted to have more time with one another, perhaps socially distanced, or what, all of that. We want to hear from you so that we can make those decisions with you in mind, and prayerfully with you in mind. So there is a survey. It is on the homepage of our website. Please do fill it in. There is we're producing a paper copy, which we are going to be sending out to those. There is a select few who we know of who really have no access to the internet at all, to the World Wide Web. And so we're going to be sending out a paper copy because we really want to hear from everyone on this. But if you or anyone you know doesn't have access to the internet, or for whatever reason can't fill out an online survey, then please do be in touch. Be in touch in whatever way you know how with us, because we would love to get a paper copy to you so that you can also be included. We really want everybody to be included. So yeah, that's what's happening, that's where we're up to, and that's where we're going. To recap, you can stop refreshing your emails on Wednesday. You haven't missed anything. There will be no more Wednesday video content for now on, so don't worry, you're not missing out on that. It's stopped for now. And please fill out our survey as we think and as we pray and as we reflect on what this next step for us might be as Hope Church. I hope you're well wherever you are, and we will hopefully hear from you very soon. See you on the next one.